don't know who you are.
PTSD Talk TV.
I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. Skills I've acquired over a very long career. Skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
Bang! Zombies everywhere, coming straight towards us.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you? I make you laugh? I'm here to fucking amuse you? What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny? How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
You don't know how to listen.
PTSD Talk TV.
Do not attempt to challenge my authority!
All right, PTSD Talk TV. Captain's Log, Stargate, we are. No, I'm just playing. I am your host, Dilla.
And co-host, Don.
All right, briefly, we wanted to just briefly talk about what was going on at the state capitol recently, and it's a lot of news coverage over that, but I'd like to start off by saying welcome to PTSD Talk TV. And, if you're going to get offended or you all emotional or you a baby, just cut this off right now because this is not for you. But with the riots and everything that happened the other day, they were discussing how social media is a major part now. Social media really works with the FBI, the CIA, and all that. And
PTSD Talk TV.
The social media platforms rioters used to organize the unprecedented attack on the nation's capital have now become a hotbed of evidence that sent law enforcement knocking on their doors.
We have received more than 100,000 pieces of digital media, which is absolutely fantastic.
After widespread criticism of making too few arrests on January 6th, investigators, with the help of social media sleuths, are now rapidly piecing together who stormed the Capitol.
There's no doubt that this is probably the best documented crime scene in history so far.
That's because of what former FBI Special Agent Mark Pollitt calls the staggering number of digital devices at the scene.
What are some of the little digital footprints that suspects are leaving behind from this?
You carry your phone, right, everywhere you go, and it's talking to the network all the time. The other thing is, I'm not a big fan of Twitter personally, but people that are seem to do it as a stream of consciousness. Well, from an investigative perspective, that's gold because you're really seeing inside that person's head.
Did you get a chance to see that newscast done?
Yeah, I definitely did, and it was very interesting because we've been talking about this for a long time about how they're tracking our phones, how they're tracking our social media pages, and
right, it's nothing new.
Yeah, it ain't nothing new, but it's scary, and what's even scarier.
Are you scared?
No, I'm not scared. I'm scared for the children
right.
that's growing up under this system. But I'm never scared. I saw it coming a long time ago, and I've been preparing myself as well as others for this day. But at the end of the day, this is disgusting and it's despicable because if you think about it, if you watch the coverage of the Capitol Hill takeover, them people was very disrespectful and they was fighting with the police and all. And I didn't see nobody really get arrested. I didn't see nobody really get...
Well, we just saw some news coverage where they said the FBI tracked a few people, right?
Yeah, but that was after the fact.
Right.
I'm talking about if that was black people, it would have been bloodshed in the Capitol building.
Or if it was any other, I hate to say it like that, but if a Muslim man or...
Nah, if it was, like I said, Black Lives Matter was on Capitol Hill not too long ago. They whipped them out. They didn't even get that far. These people was in the building. In Nancy Pelosi's office.
Right.
Like,
what happened to your extra coverage?
Not even that. That just shows you that things can happen like that. For the news to put that all over the news airwaves, it's giving people to have extremist ideas and ideologies to step their game up because anything can happen.
Well, on that note, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back. This is PTSD Talk TV with your host, Dilla.
And done.
PTSD Talk TV.
Yes, we'll be back after a short intermission. We'll play a preview of a few artists we have worked with in the past. Enjoy and stay tuned. You're now tuned in to PTSD Talk TV. Peace.
I gotta get in the mode, cause this is my spirit right here, nigga. I put a lot into this motherfucking track. Alright, getting this zoned in. Yeah, my headphones right. Yep. The vocals right, the booth right. My engineer right. Yes, sir. Garbage niggas. Once again, y'all ain't ready. Nope. You get attitude, I'm talking about you, nigga. Bitch, nigga. Yo. It's funny how these artists flip face. Look how you dance to the top and turn bitch for a little cake. It's like a rat race, shake a little ass in your face while you ass chase, you ending up in last place. And right here begins the hip-hop revival that throw back music like a 12-inch vinyl. They send Eternal down straight from heaven, blessed like a Circle 7. First command broken, so it's Armageddon. For all you pussies that can loose in the game, jumping hoops for the fame with they coops and they chains. You let the mother labels pimp you with a purpose, commercialize the game and industrialize the verses. They brought the weakness in your heart to the surface, dropped you for the next hit wonder, now you worthless. See, I'm the game in the streets and I don't feel you. Sorry even still, if I see you I'ma kill you. Cause we getting silly in the windy shot. You better rock your turtle vest from the west past King Drive, cause in my city niggas really die. So when it's battle on the field, the shots roll like a drum line. If I ain't eating, bitch, I kill for mine. So on the track, watch I murder mine. You still spitting petty crime. I got juice like an alkaline. So much proof is in the rhyme. When I spit, you smell the moonshine. Get out the game or get flipped on your back, broke down, rolled on, and burned up like a chronic sack. And that's the target to your scully from the black Mac. Through your fitted cap, aim the dots and connect that. And that's for fucking up, bitch niggas suck it up. Ducking with a dot, some extra holes in your button up. I got a Badillacs, gas at a concentration cap back to slash your whole crew for 100 stacks. Spitting that shit that make them bounce back. Too many niggas losing sight from that abstract whack rap. It's like the culture called a cataract, and hip-hop is falling off like a backpack without the shoulder straps. And I can see if the music was kind of fluid, inducing a mental unit contributing to the movement, then I would tune and salute them for what they do, but assuming they really stupid, consuming too much confusion, I just teach them math with the 45, raising hell, double barrels parallel like an equal sign. The black nines on the other side, after the shank, the two slugs left them looking like percent signs. 20 niggas in your crew, but y'all slacking. 5 on the beats and 15 garbage rappers. I eat a dime on some one verse action, and the chorus subtracts the other half of the fractions.
All right, we're back. Thanks for sticking with us through our short intermission. This is PTSD Talk TV with your host Dilla.
And done.
All right, so we were picking up about the president. Now, let me say this. I'm not going to divulge extra information of whether I'm Republican, Democrat, leftist, rightist, whatever, liberal, independent, conservative, capitalist, whatever. From a human being to a human being, I was talking with Dunn about how when I was a lot younger, we had to watch the presidential debates for school grades and stuff like that. And I know over time I lost interest in the political debates because, like Dunn said, it turns into mudslinging. When we was coming up, we used to be like, okay, if I'm going to run for any political office, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to tell you who my board is. I'm going to tell you what credentials I have. I'm going to tell you, how I plan on stopping it or improving it.
But even back then, it was a hoax because if you look at it, a lot of these politicians like Ronald Reagan and Bush and Clinton, they didn't really stand by their word and what they was preaching at these presidential debates. So a lot of times in my community, we didn't even care about none of that. Even though I did watch some of it just to see the lies that would come out their mouth, but a lot of times they didn't stand on their word.
Yeah, and that's what I was getting to, which leads me to my next, thought, which it was very interesting for me to see the presidential debates, but I lost interest after they start. Oh, this president stinks. And then time for rebuttal. Oh, this president didn't even vote. And then this president rebuttal. And this president, they don't even like homosexuals. And then the other president, I heard you took away 20,000 jobs. And then the next rebuttal. And I mean, what happened to the dignified debates? And so I can say this. As far as Trump is concerned, I can say that I have much respect for Trump. He may be vulgar or what people say is this, but he came real as it gets. And I'm not saying I voted for him, and I'm saying I didn't. I'm just saying that he comes as real as it gets, no gimmicks. And all of a sudden, people started getting angry. So let me ask y'all this. Y'all want the shenanigans, wolf in sheep's clothing presidents? Y'all want to be rockabye babied? Or do y'all want something real? So, I mean, I know it's tough, but you got to have tough skin.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth! You don't know how to listen.
For somebody to tell you what's real,
Yeah, not only that, I'd rather somebody tell me up front what they about than rocking me to sleep and then stab me in the back. A lot of us have came a long way from being stabbed in the back by people that said they were going to help us. But at the end of the day, I don't have nothing against Trump. I felt that he was as real as it got to me. Out of all the presidents, he didn't go by the book sometimes, and he did what he had to do, and he did what he wanted to do. And at the end of the day, he ain't no different than any other president. Look at the previous presidents we had.
Facts.
They went down to third world countries overseas and killed their leaders. They ain't got nothing to do with the United States. You go down there and then have the audacity to post and put things in the news showing that you hung Saddam Hussein and you killed his sons, and y'all bragging about this, and then you're wondering why this country's in turmoil, because all the dirt you done dropped in all these other places is coming back to you. The law of reciprocity is coming back full throttle.
And you're absolutely right, Don. I mean, if America, I don't like to say we, right? Because I don't know nothing about that. I'm Dilla. That's it. But if America is posting, you're right, lynchings and a bullet wound and, Gaddafi's head or Fidel Castro head or Che Guevara head or whoever, Bin Laden's head, we're going to cut off his fingers, his toes, his this, his that. Who are y'all to trip about somebody coming down to Capitol Hill and turning up? I'm sorry, only because it's the government. The government can do what they want, but if the people do it. But you are a representation of who Americans are supposed to be. So it's like father, like son, so to speak. I mean, if you creating tyranny all over the place, how dare you tell your offspring, we don't do all that. But you out killing everybody and destroying things all the time. You know what I'm saying? But I can say that I respect Trump, because I just really respected the fact that, yeah, he threw some dirt, true. But what I was waiting for at the presidential debate was the other candidate, Biden, whoever else for that matter, to be poised, and say, look, let me tell you what I'm about, what I'm going to do, what I'm going to accomplish. I don't care about all the mud he's throwing. Here are my credentials. Here are my stats. You know what I'm saying? Here are some of the accomplishments I've made over time. And, it's just crazy because now everybody's blaming it, what happened out there on Trump.
Fuck you worry about Trump for? You still in the slums, and when the presidents change, you gonna still be a bum.
Social media is so evil and wicked right now, because if you think about it, it's a two or less evils. Donald Trump was in office. He changed a lot of things. Then the COVID came and slowed some things down. But Joe Biden has a long history, a track record of screwing people over, screwing communities over, and it's like we went from worse to worse.
Right.
With Joe Biden, because ain't nothing going to change. So we better pay attention to what's going down, because you never know, God forbid, if Joe Biden do pass away and Kamala Harris gets in office, it's going to get ugly.
Well, on that note, we're going to take a short break. We'll be back. This is PTSD Talk TV with your host, Dilla.
And done. Yes, we'll be back after a short intermission. We'll play a preview of a few artists we have worked with in the past. Enjoy and stay tuned. You're now tuned in to PTSD Talk TV.
PTSD Talk TV.
Mike Millie. Shadow on the beat. Up to no good, living in the hood, trying to survive the best we could. Up to no good, living in the hood, trying to survive the best we could. The dumb shit they come with, don't got time. Escalates when your chest it come out your spine. Homie got desperate, ready to exit. For the record, moving reckless, what you expected. By side, choosing partnership. Got rolling with them, kept losing this time, kept it moving. I'm focused, no more feeling hopeless. Mind smash potent, which means I got something for these roaches. Never let the beef die, come back another night. Never let it ride, never think twice. A street light, many men drop cans of a jealous pot. My conglomerate spread it through in the city blocks. Went from being meek out here on the streets, got mad at me cause I beg with sleeves. Scheming now, you leaking in my hood. Nobody want to be the weakest. Expose a little secret.
Up to no good, living in the hood, trying to survive the best we could. Up to no good, living in the hood, trying to survive the best we could.